5 years old. She's learning business at 5 years old. Harry, all the royal family, they work really hard, by the way. They don't sit on a throne like this. No, they own diamond mines. They own half Hawaii. They got all this business they got to take care of. How do they know how to do it? They go to boarding school. They go to chapel. Believe it or not, I believe they're probably satanic, but they still practice the principles of God by all means. Their mannerism and everything. So the principles of God and the application skills are going to take you somewhere, like the royal family. Pretty heavy, huh? And their whole thing is philanthropy. All their money they put out and build countries and kingdoms and stuff. Freemason stuff, you know what I mean? But at least, even though they're rich, they help somebody. Who did you help after you got rich? That's what we have to answer. So you don't want to be tempted to take this corrupt money, because that's what it does. Because you got it so fast, everybody's going to Vegas. You'll see it at the racetracks in Del Mar. Big cartels, the whole family's got horses. The little girl's got the horse, the uncle's got the horse, everybody's got the horses. It's like that here in Hawaii. I talked to some people, oh yeah, we've been around the world 7 times. I was like, you took this whole big family of 11 or 7 times and you can't even be like, hey, bro, like full on moke, right? I know what he's doing, I'm not going to say, but you know what I mean? That's how corrupt money does. And it's not good because the kid gonna have a change since he's 4. And it causes mental illness in the kids too, because I grew up in Lanikai. So when you have these corrupt families with all this money, there's always one kid that's just gone. You live in the garage or something. You know what I mean? Because that's the one that was spoiled. Don't be tempted to spoil your kids. It's okay if your kid crying and you don't get that. Instead, you sit him on the side and you say, you know what, sit down, boy. I'm going to show you how you're going to get that. Okay, you want the motorcycle. You're going to do these chores every night. This is how much money you're going to get. That's what they did to me. I got all the bicycles, the surfboards, and everything. Nobody, I never even asked my family for money. That's how we grew up in the 70s and 80s. Nobody gonna give you any money, even if your parents are rich and everything. You're gonna get like $5 because it was unmoral to do that. Everybody who had money in the 70s and 80s are from plantations. Frick. In Hawaii, if you're not really white, you pretty much started from 0. You know what I mean? That includes the local Japanese, the Chinese, the Filipinos, the Portuguese. They were plantation people. But what did they do with the principles of God? They saved their money. They went to church. That's why she's gonna go teach for 20 years at Mililani. She's gonna go California Hotel and hit the Wheel of Fortune with the mega box. I promise you. Go to the Excalibur, right? The Wall of Fame, right? 3/4 of it is like Hawaiian teachers. You know what I mean? Cheryl Nakamura, you know, freaking YPO Gentry, 1 million. So what they did, Cheryl was a teacher for 20 years. My grandma too do the same things. They're going to be good people. They're going to go to church. They're going to put the budget. They're going to checklist and budget. Put the money aside for their Vegas trip. They're all going to go. Oh, by the way, nothing wrong with going to Vegas and stuff. If you're a Christian, by the way. Okay? I live in Vegas. Vegas is a wonderful town. You know what Vegas is? It's a neutral town. Black and dark energy. There's always a winner and a loser, brother. There's a tail and a head on every coin. And if you don't participate and be a trick, like I said, you got tricked into the vaccine, gonna trick into the game of poker for 5 decks, gonna get tricked into the devil, gonna get tricked into vanity, gonna get tricked by alcohol, gonna get tricked by by everything in Vegas, by the magician, by Chris Angel. You're gonna get tricked in Vegas, buddy. But if you have the blood of Jesus, you're going to go like this. You know what? I got this budget, that's it. And you're kind of going to laugh at the machines and stuff. You're going to laugh at the machine and go, you're going to have this budget that you saved, like grandma. Like grandma laughed. Well, my grandma's pretty much into style playing double. She makes money. She made money before she died. I was the only one to go. She goes, Sterling, you came up with $5,000. I was like, I was with Nana at the Rio for 36 hours straight. She never slept. They kept, oh yeah, Velma, boom, boom, boom. Oh, can I have money for the strip club? Yeah, here, take it. And I'm so glad, baby, you came with me. You want to go shopping here? That's why I always go with grandma. Take care of your grandma. She's going to take care of you. Whatever grandma later, she said, oh, can you come over? You go and go see your granny. You know, feel me? Go take care. You're supposed to do that too, okay? But anyway, don't be tempted because of the corrupt money, because you'll get it in Vegas or something for not taking it. Peep, if you're honest and trustworthy, because I come from, the neighborhoods with the billionaires in them and stuff, if they know you and they're like, yeah, Sterling's not going to steal from me, Sterling's not going to do this, but we got to go, like my ex's uncle, he owns an insurance company that insures all the restaurants in the Pacific, in Hong Kong to Hawaii and stuff. He's Chinese. He owns a building on Bishop Street at Mid-Pacific Lumber. They started that. It's a big clan. And he's Hapa, and all he does is drink. And he's got like 12 drags, like Ferris Bueller, a couple mansions, and he lives in Wildlife Mickey with the infinity pool. And he's like, Sterling, I need you to meet me at 26 C on the rise. I'll take you to dinner. And I'm like, okay, we'll be there right away, Uncle Wyman. So we go over there, and he says stuff like this. Hey, I'm in a real dilemma. I really need your help. And I'm like, what? And he's like, me and Linda, we're going on a trip to Russia on a cruise down the Russian River or whatever, and then to Europe. We're going to be gone for 3 weeks, and we really need you guys to watch the house. I'm like, what? Yeah. And don't worry, you can drive the cars and everything, Sterling. You know? Really? He's like, yeah. He's got all the keys and everything. So boom, I stay at their house in Wailiki. They're like, my friend's like, where are you? I'm like, Wailiki, we gotta come to the guard shack. All in a mansion and everything. All his Rolexes all out. They got Rolexes, all this shit. That's real rich people that own insurance companies and stuff, okay? So I never stole one thing. The only thing I did was I drank all his alcohol. But he's like, good, Linda, go back to Costco. You know what I mean? Like, they drink. That's what rich people do. They drink all day and night. Like insurance, entertainment. That's why I had the blood of Jesus. Don't get tempted by alcohol. Right? Don't get tempted by alcohol. So if you can be honest and not be tempted and be trustworthy, you're going to be blessed with a mansion and Jags and stuff. Ultimate access. Because you can be trustworthy. That's kind of how Hollywood is too, you know. They're like, why do they pay Matt Damon $20 million a movie? Matt Damon's going to come to the movie all dressed up how he's supposed to, do whatever he says, looks good, you know, and do a great job. Brad Pitt and stuff too, on a whole movie for 6 months. That's why they're going to give him $20 million. For me, anybody, Jackie Chan gonna come in and do all his own stunts. Like, fuck, these people are amazing. That's why they get the move. I'm in entertainment. I got 1,100 songs and videos of music, you know what I mean? All genres. Go to Sterling De Silva, rapper, producer. That's why I can make it happen, you know what I mean? So, it's a lot of work, but it's all God's honest work. You're going to parlay yourself with God and be trustworthy and not be tempted. They know Matt Damon's not going to be tempted to fall off and stuff. They're going to give him the $20 million. That's why they put satanic rituals on a lot of guys like Kanye West and stuff. Because can you see how Kanye West is busting? He's like, yeah, Adidas. He's snitching on his wife. He's snitching on Balenciaga. They knew he was going to do that. And those satanic rituals are false. Because you don't own your soul to sell. God owns it. God knew you before He created the universe in Genesis. He knew Jesus before He created the universe and everything else. So God knew you. You don't own your soul, brother. You can't sell it, you dummy. But they got you under that shit. You think you do. You're like, oh my God, I sold myself to the devil. They got you with children with Epstein and whatever, and Weinstein and all those guys, bro. You're like all done, bro. Like you're like, what did I do? That's why bad association spoils useful habits. Don't be tempted by those people to go hang out with people like that. See how temptation is just a long road of destruction? You want to be bad, you know what you do? Like BJ Penn and stuff. Jump in the ring, train, jump in the ring, paddle, go surf, go free diving. All in Jesus' name. Get involved with people like that. Don't get involved with like partiers that are hanging around drinking. I have my own surf school, and one of my approaches is, why don't you learn how to surf so you're not on the beach drinking and gossiping? Because that's what they're doing in Waikiki. Everyone else is surfing, and the people on the beach are sitting there gossiping and stuff, and ripped. And taking fucking selfies of their asses and shit. I told this girl, why don't I help you and take the pictures? That way you gonna look a lot better. She's like, no. And I go, just give me the phone. She gave me the phone. I go, see, look. Like, get some help in your selfies, in your financial life, and everything. Use God to help you. When someone assists you, take their help, okay? Don't have this attitude and ego. It's okay. Hawaii, we're like that. Like, hey, brother, I can have one bite. Sure, here. Really, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody's hungry or something and they ask you for food, please give it to them. Don't give them money, but give them something to eat. Do selfless acts, Rob, please. That's what I want to do. Teach people. My ministry is designed for two things: domestication through Jesus Christ, and selfless acts and perspectives through Jesus Christ. So the domestication, all the stuff I tell you is to help you through your job, through your sports, through your family, because I have a big family. I've been involved in every single sports, from surfing, tennis, basketball, baseball, football, soccer, golf, surfing, and skateboarding, and MMA. Busted hand, reconstructed knee surgery. Don't get into that, by the way. Everybody out there who's like, oh, fighting and all this, don't get into fighting as a sport. It's not meant to be a sport. It's not meant to be a sport. You feel me? Don't fight for anything. It's against the law. Don't punch people out. Don't challenge people to fights. Ever since I've been preaching, people come up to me, what? First they laugh, and then they attack me, and then they want to fight. Then I'm supposed to start it. But I don't have a heart of war. So don't fight. Locals, Hawaiians, don't fight like that way. Fight in court. Use your mind, like BJ Penn says. He's running. Use your mind. File out all the necessary paperwork. Get restitution off the 93, 92 overthrow apology. Do stuff like that. Get educated and fight in court, because right now we need courts, because the Maui fires and all that are all unjust on Hawaiian lands, from the theft to the fires. So I always bring up Hawaiian lands because that's important. Nobody talks about it. So in my ministry, that's also what my ministry is designed for. It's the ministry of aloha, and it's for the Pacific Island people, Micronesian, Hawaiian, Tongan, Pacific Island, because we're all here and on the same wavelength. And also, all the charity goes to Pacific Island. Like any money, anything, if I'm going to help anybody out, that's who I help, the Pacific Islanders. Because nobody sees us. Even with, Jason Momoa, the football players, Bruno Mars, all the Hawaiians, The Rock, still, everyone thinks mostly because of Dog the Bounty Hunter, how he had 9 seasons and 250 episodes of a haole going after the worst chronics in Hawaiian history. So now everyone thinks that's how Hawaiians are, and so they won't rent to a Hawaiian. They don't want nothing to do with the Hawaiian and all that because of Dog the Bounty Hunter. And we just don't have enough Hawaiians to surpass that reputation doing a lot of things. Okay? Right? So this Hawaiian right here is rapping, preaching. You know me? And doing music, whatever I can to represent truth and get solutions. And music and preaching is a solution. Okay? And the preaching is to avoid the snares and the pitfalls of Satan, which come very disguised and are very slick. Okay? Anybody who asks you a question that you don't really know is probably a satanic agenda type of person. You know how you're sitting there and then all of a sudden people asking you all these personal questions. Why? Do they want to steal from you? They don't want to just be your friend. We're adults. People don't just want to be your friend, adults. They want something from you. I'm going to ask you the personal question. Is Jesus Christ in your life? That's all I want to know. And if so, I want to pray with you. I want to study with you. If he's not, I want to baptize you. I want to study the Bible for you. I want to give you a sermon for free. Because I have the energy to do it. Just like Red Dollar, just like all the other black preachers. That's me. So I got my own style and my own lane, like my own music. And my style isn't the kind of style a lot of people like. But you know what? It's extreme sports oriented, rock and roll oriented with Jesus Christ. Because I want you to have fun with Jesus Christ. I want to go surfing. I want to go board sports. I want to go golfing. I want to go play tennis. I want nice, good music in the background. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to be sober doing it all, you know? So that's why Jesus Christ, don't be tempted for the drugs, the vanity, the corrupt money, the woman. Be careful with a woman being tempted by the prostitute. Don't yoke yourself with a prostitute, okay? And any woman that is gaining money from the internet off of her looks and her body is a prostitute, a vanity. Or I like to say it, a jack-off model. Because I think that's horrible that you're all on public platforms doing stuff like that, masturbating and stuff. It's horrible. Horrible, just an outcry, abomination of Jesus. Feel me? So, you know, let's all get to grips with the vanity of Jezebel. Everybody wants. Jezebel is a spirit of narcissism and vanity that will kill you through self-destruction, because next thing you know, when Jezebel hits you, you don't care about money. All you care about is attention and likes and stuff. Really, they're not even selling retail. They got 50 million, they got 50,000 followers. They're not selling retail merch, and then they're not dating anybody. They're still single. So what is Jezebel really truly getting you? Nowhere. Stuck into your phone. That's why it's that you just got destroyed by vanity. Because you burnt the raw man while you were doing your selfie, like some women I know that have kids. And you know what I mean? You burnt the Simon, brother. Because you were on IG. Right? You forgot to pick up your daughter. Because you were taking selfies. I don't know. I'm not going to stop me. When I do that, stop me, because I'm pointing out sins and that kind of manipulation. Stop me. I can just say this: vanity gonna kill you. The selfie gonna be you're gonna be by yourself with the selfie. You know what I mean? If you go make a video of that sort, make it with your wife or something and go on OnlyFans. At least you're married. I don't know what God would say about that, but at least you're married. Do that. But don't go over there like a whatever and do what you're doing by yourself. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Because you're sinning, and that's going to be on public data forever as a sinner. And that's how I know these people are like real Harlows. They don't care that that's going to be on their data forever. Don't get tempted by the internet. Whatever's on the internet, don't get tempted by the internet. Turn that thing off and go practice your tennis lessons and piano. Right here in Manoa. I've been born and raised in Hawaii. I used to play all sports right here at that park since I was a little kid. Basketball from Kailua would come over here. Kailua Mustangs, Pony League Baseball, the Pirates, the Mets, played for all those teams. Right here, we didn't have the internet. I was always throwing the ball. I was always surfing. How could I be tempted? When I was a kid, I was a good kid. I was like, until I was like 13, then I was just a hellion. Go listen to my song Project Nigger. You don't hear it. So anyway, I wasn't tempted. You know what I was tempted by when I was a little kid? Taking the money out of my mom's purse. Stealing. That's what the kids in Hawaii really are tempted by. Are you leaving, Octavius?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll watch. If you're gonna get up, I'll watch your bag. Yeah, the kids in Hawaii are tempted for theft. Don't steal, kids. Okay, don't steal. I know you're tempted to steal. Stealing is the worst. That's like rape. You bought you a bicycle from Walmart, a brand new one, then you parked it at Walmart 2 days later, and the guy stole it from you. That's like raping somebody. Stealing the Tacoma. You know what I mean? I've had a bunch of cars stolen, Porsches, all kinds of cars stolen from me. I had insurance because I knew they were going to get stolen, but you know what? It's like this. It's like this. You just stole somebody's whole few years of work that they worked for. At Tacoma. Just took it. And the deductible is going to go up and stuff. So don't be tempted to steal, folks. It's not yours. And your karma, you're going to pay for that 100 times. So on that note, these two videos and these sermons are designed to break the mold of temptation. That's all it is the devil whispering in your ear. Oh yeah, let me note this. When the devil's whispering in your ear like this, God's always whispering in your ear like this, right? Because he's always going to tell you the right thing. I don't care. You go to any trial, they're going to say, I knew it was right. I shouldn't have done that. So always listen to the right side. And if you slip once in a while and listen to the left side, it's okay. You're not perfect. You fall short from the glory of Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ's crucifixion was a gift. But don't abuse the gift. So don't always be tempted. Fight temptation. Fight temptation, lies, deceit, and the wickedness. Fight it. Don't fight with your brother. Don't fight, somebody who's different or whatever. Or is, fight the right causes, the oppressors of the truth. That's who you fight. Not because you're upset, not because you're bad, not because you fucker. You fight for the truth. That's it. And for protection. You don't call guys out. You don't go meet people. You don't fight. That's a real big problem in the islands, It's really immature. See, the kids, they can yell and stuff. They're little kids at school. But when you hear adults, yelling, that's not cool, bro. Yeah, guys, they're playing, see? The kids can play. They can yell. That's a kid's thing to do. Right? The kids can have fun and yell, yeah, blah. And then you do, box and play around like the puppies, right? But adults, no. You're not supposed to fight. You're not an infantile. You're not a child. Or you could be a man-child that they talk about Revelation. See where we're getting at? So don't be tempted to anger. Don't be tempted to fight. Don't be tempted to steal. Don't be tempted to cheat on your wife. Don't be tempted to hit your kids and abuse them. What you do is you have discretion. That's why I talk about it. And you listen to the situations. And you look at them. Because you don't have a job interview to go to. And you're not saying much anyway. So listen. I mean, it's the truth. And you go find out, right? Like I said, I just sit here and listen to kids playing, and that was a perfect example, right? I could use them into my ministry, right? It's beautiful. They're having fun. they're practicing their anger. You know what I mean? But in adults, the parents aren't like that. They're just cruising, right? Because they're adults. If me and the dad start screaming, people look at us like we're weirdos and we get arrested. Because it's not right. Right? That makes sense? So we gotta not have that attitude and just deal with it. In Japan, in San Francisco, all over the world, those are the real cities. You overlook all that stuff. It's the cities. This guy gonna be talking to himself. This guy gonna be preaching. The kid's gonna be playing. It's fine. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Beautiful kids, yeah? But, so that's how the city is. We're all together, you know what I mean? They gonna watch me, we'll look at people watch. It's okay, don't get mad. Now, if you see me in your house, like a Jehovah's Witness or something, then you can get mad, okay? Hey, you know what, bud, I don't like hearing you preach and stuff. But in the marketplace, that's my job. In the public places, that's my job. At events, that's my job. And here on Instagram, that's my job, okay? And it's the kids' jobs to play safely, right? And like the parents are watching the kids, that's how God's watching over you, parents. So it goes down the chain. See, and then he go listen. He said, I said enough. The kid go listen and boom, everything's straight. And then if you listen to God, when God says it's enough in your life, listen to him. Everything gonna work out. That's why listen to your parents, kids. Listen to your boss. The powers of authority. The cops come or the security guard comes over here and says, hey Sterling, I got her, okay. You know? So I really like to use real illustrations like that. Those are divine. You know what I mean? Yeah? That's divine. You know what I mean? There's a threshold. There's a threshold between goofing off and playing around. Then there's a threshold of, you know what I mean? And the authority is going to keep that threshold, whether it's a father figure, whether it's God. But there has to be an authority and guidelines and discipline. That's why I always tell people, if you ever want to discipline your kids, send your kids to Taekwondo, but to the Korean one.